Hey, what's up, everybody? Let me grab a drink real quick. So I'm finally getting around to this, and hopefully I'm doing it right this time. I'm gonna check my volume on my freaking phone. Should be pretty good, but I'll check it relative to the video I will be reviewing by Steven. I'm really excited about this. I am like way behind. I've been super busy. But I did listen to some of it, about half of it. I was getting through it and stuff. Took my kids to the park and stuff, and was listening to it while they were playing and stuff. Because man, being a dad is busy. Working dad and company and hobbies. Oof. All right, so let's dive into this. And I will check my volume along the way and probably distribute this out to YouTube. So this is Ashes of Creation, a game I've been following for like 6 years. I signed up for Alpha One and got busy playing Final Fantasy 11, so I didn't get into the alpha testing of it, unfortunately. But I love the business model and the innovation and everything that they're just displaying. Um, they're doing it right. They're doing it agile. They're involving the community. It's absolutely gold, right? Like Steven is a genius. Poor guy. I think for the beginning part of this, he just seems, like so overworked, so needing to be in 5 million places at once, and just and stream of consciousness. I mean, you'll get a lot of that from me. That's just how I roll. So first, let me check my volume here, make sure that what I'm saying is actually getting across. I apologize. Probably going to be some echo while I pull this up. My channel, yes. All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm not hearing it coming through. I don't think. Am I connected to? Nope, I don't have my Bluetooth connected. Sound is turned on. Sorry, bear with me here. Debugging. Isn't it fun? Oh boy. That's what it's all about, though, right? We're going to crank my mic all the way up. See if that helps. Oh, yeah, that's a little better. All right. So what I was saying was, basically, I really admire Steven for his business model and his approach with the community. I think it's really smart. So I'll try to turn down the browser volume of this video so it's not too loud, but I don't want to overspeak him too much. I will jump in on parts because there will be parts where he kind of goes on. I want to keep things moving because this is a really long video. But, my hope is that we can just kind of go through this together if you missed it. And I would like Ashes of Creation to know a little bit about me too. I've kind of been flirting with them on social media, and I figured, it's time to come out and actually stream again. I have some people that are helping me get our Discord together, and yeah, have some exciting things to come that I'll be releasing probably via Twitch. It just seems like the best place to do it. So for now, just exciting things to come. But I do have a Discord coming and a presence online and a website purchased, Discord architect and a full stack developer and an artist. So I will have something besides my ugly mug on all of our stuff. That's just a temporary thing while I get the logo and the banner going. So let's just dive in. Enough of me freaking prattling on here. Whoa, we're gonna go ahead and jump past this.
Well in that realm.
Okay. Do you guys want chat on or off? I don't know. I think I'll leave it on because I'll read it too. See what people are talking about. All right, let's go. Ooh, 3 days ago. It feels like I feel like I'm a week behind.
Everybody to our glorious Alpha 2 roadmap and AMA showcase. We hope that you've been having a wonderful couple weeks. We get to see you a little earlier than normal. Normally it's a week, a full month that goes by. But of course, I'm your
with red LED
director of
today this
communications
afternoon. I don't know.
and
I
with
don't
me,
know
as
why.
always, is our creative director, Stephen Sharif. How you doing?
Woo, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
He looks so tired, bro. He's like, let's talk.
Dude, oh my gosh, it was terrible.
Oh,
this morning,
hardware
I was at home,
malfunction.
I was getting ready, reading through the questions in the AMA, and the webcam broke. And so I went and grabbed another webcam, plugged that in, and that webcam broke. And I was like, what is going on?
I've been having
You're
freaking
like,
Bluetooth,
I'm running to the
headphone,
office. You need to give me
video
15
camera,
minutes.
my freaking work PC
Pictures of him driving.
that I have
Like,
down in
dude,
there in the
don't
basement. I work
text me
from
while you're
home.
driving. He's like, it's okay, John's driving.
It is like I don't know. I had to do like all these updates and
But
restarts.
we won't delay
Oh, I hate it
we'll
when
get
stuff
right
breaks like
into
that.
it. Of course, today we are talking
All right,
about
let's go.
our roadmap. There's a lot to do.
It's just
We're gonna be
constant.
going over our goals as a team.
IT
here
is
in
just
Trevor
constant
Studios,
fixing stuff.
the
That's all it
roadmap,
is,
so you
just
kinda
fixing
know what the
stuff
schedule's
all
gonna
the
be for
time.
Alpha 2
It's
content
job
update
security,
creators,
right?
so you can know when we're going to be updating and what we're going to be updating, as well as what you can expect.
So I'm
and
just
what
gonna
we
drink
as
of
a
it
team
at
from
2
you
liter.
guys.
I don't care.
The features and systems that you can expect in each of the phases of Alpha 2. Now, these won't be like always at the start. It'll be all encompassing throughout the phases. You will see.
I like how he
drama.
gets
Some of them will be
into
at the
like,
start, some of them
guys,
will be
this game's in
throughout.
development.
And then we will
Like,
also go
chill
over
out a little
details
bit
on
and
when
like.
how Alpha 2
I've
access
seen
will be
like bits and
coming
pieces of it.
because we know that there's been a lot of people asking
Like
about
trying
it.
to watch it a
It's
couple of
something
times
that
and
we've
listen
been
to it and
watching.
stuff,
We've been
but
making a
I
lot of
remember the
progress
chat and
towards
people were
being
like,
able to
"No, he's
surface
pushing the
awareness.
date back." And
And by the way, have we done a roadmap before in the
spoiler
past? I think
alert,
a
sorry.
long time ago,
Not with
2018.
me, yeah, not with me. You might have done
Yeah,
one previously.
right. I remember. I think
Actually,
it
you
was when we
definitely
were.
did showcase.
She's
Show
like the
this
mom.
previously,
She
and I
keeps
got my
everybody in
request
line,
of
right?
interrupting all of this.
She's about ready to have a baby.
I was like, Margaret, welcome. Here's all these dates that we talked
And I'm
about.
like,
And
we're
by
not
I'm
the
gonna
way,
be honest. Like at
look
first,
at
I
me.
didn't understand her job, but I totally understand
100%.
like her being the
and I think
face of the
that's one of the
company
things that
and
we
like
are,
kind of
we
the
know
mother
about.
hen.
We know that there's
Totally.
been delays, there's things, and like we constantly,
I've
like
had
you're gonna
many
see on the slides,
moms through
is
my IT
development
journey.
is constantly moving, right? There's constantly things that
Yes.
come up. There's going to be stuff that comes up, and we've always been vocal about what those things are and why we've gotten delayed
Yeah.
in those
Absolutely.
reasonings. Like we're
And
never
as a
like
Involving
matter,
the
we're
community.
delaying and not giving you a reason why something is being moved.
and as a matter of fact, like on every slide you're going to see here, because this is going to be two parts, right? We're going to do the AMA eventually, but we're going to go through this slide, like Margaret said.
Mm-hmm.
But every slide except for this one, I think at the bottom has. This is still in development, work in progress. Dates may change.
There you go.
That-
Someone
All
hit the
right,
wrong
can you
button
hear
on
me
the
over this guy?
side. They're like, please
oh,
say it
we
at
got
least
it.
one time.
We got it.
I didn't have to say it. Stephen already said it. But we'll get right into it. So let's talk first about our goals
All
as
right.
a studio here
That'll
at
work.
Intrepid Studios for Alpha
I'm
2.
really loud. Sorry.
We're looking for scalability, stability, fun, and engaging with our community. Remember, the
Yes.
Alpha 2, this is not a game. We are here to test things. So the first thing here is that we're going to try to support over 3K CCU per realm.
Right.
Yeah.
And by the way, scalability
And she's
stability,
technical
and fun
too. I like that.
in that order, right? That is how we're approaching right now, even testing, right? And today, actually, coincidentally, on the AMA day, we have a test with over 3,000 invited Alpha 1 users to participate in some stress testing, which I think starts at like 2 o'clock today, right? Or somewhere around that time
Yeah.
frame.
Well,
Yeah.
Stress
Steven,
testing.
likes to share NDA information.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Okay, well, regardless,
He wasn't supposed to
right,
mention that.
right now we are really in the testing of scalability. And that is going to be part of the first testing that's going to be available come October. And we'll get to the
It's
date
like,
in
oh,
a second. But
Steven,
as Margaret said,
Steven.
in that order, supporting over 3,000 CCU per realm. So what does that mean exactly, right? We're
The
talking
chat.
about how
Oopsie
many
daisy.
active players at one time each of the realms
Classic
are
Steven.
supporting.
That's
And
awesome.
we feel pretty confident in that number right now based on the testing that we're doing with our network team, with our ICS team. Things are going pretty well in that realm. The next step,
And
obviously,
that's not total, just so people have context, CCU is not
She
total
keeps on the line.
number of
That's
people
cool.
in the realms. That is just
Right.
like the
That is at one time.
concurrency of how many people are on a realm. So there could be more than that as far as accounts go that are on that
Yeah,
same
and
realm.
and
Sorry,
something else to think
setting
about
up
that
by
CCU
Apollo real
is that
quick.
we also have a limited design space within which we can play, right? So we'll go into a little bit of detail about
Freaking
what that
awesome.
design
Check it
space
out.
is going to
Apollo.
look like in the game.
Awesome device. Does like
per kilometer,
vibrations and stuff on
and
your
then obviously that's
bones
going to expand. And
to like
as that
change your
expands throughout
mood and
Alpha
stuff.
2,
It's
we
really
will
cool.
be raising that 3K CCU per realm up as well. Right, so we're going to start out at 3K CCU, and then we're going to start moving forward.
And
What's
CCU
really
is concurrent users because I think people are
I'm
asking.
so sorry.
It's okay.
There's gonna be perhaps some
Oh, you
terminology.
got some
Peter
rain
Martyr will
right on
definitely
shit,
help,
pro man.
Got check me on that to explain stuff. But dynamic bidding,
Thanks,
server
man.
meshing, IntrepidNet. We
Yeah,
talked
I've got
about
my
that
eye on
a
one.
couple of
This
streams
is what
ago.
I'm gonna play.
That is going to be active to allow
Right
us
now,
to
I'm just
support
kind
this
of
3K CCU,
just doing my own little
at
thing
the start of Alpha 2.
while I figure
What's
things out.
also important is that we're ensuring our realms and our clients don't crash, right? And so that is something that right now we're going through. It obviously
Sharing a little
is,
bit of
you
information.
take one bug down, you pass it around, and now there's 100,000 bugs on the wall. And
We're getting better at it. We're getting rid of them. Alpha 1
She's
was
like
better
damage
even
control,
more,
right?
during the straight alpha phase. So
Steven,
we're
shut
getting
up.
there.
We're not having bugs.
And remember,
There's no bugs
that
here.
3K CCU, our goal and what we feel very confident in achieving once we have expanded that design play space for Alpha 2 is to
Chat
get to that
cracks me
8 to
up.
10,000 CCU per realm. So ensuring that the realms and the clients don't crash, that is of
I
great
am
importance.
so
That is the
excited about their
stability
server
factor of it.
meshing
Yeah, go ahead.
I
technology.
wanted to bring up the fact that we actually haven't had a ton of realm
Like,
crashes.
we need to do this.
actually,
Let's figure
in
it
all of
out.
our testing that we've been
Let's
doing so
freaking
far.
Yes.
It's been
multi-thread
more
Unreal
realm
5.
crashes and server worker crashes. So the reason why we're using the term realm is because we have another system.
I
if you
think
watch
I
any of our
heard
things,
something about like they changed
network meshing
what
live stream,
their engine
where
is.
we have a bunch of
If I'm not
main
mistaken, I
servers
swear that
Server workers.
somewhere in
server
here
workers
I
that
heard
they
that they're
made, and
changing
those
up
all tie into one larger realm.
game
Everybody
engines.
has their own.
They're probably
blend
gonna
of
freaking do something
vernacular that they
in-house,
use
man.
as it pertains to
People were just
either
asking in the chat, and I
This
don't
game
know
is
if
just
everyone
gonna
in the
keep
chat
having
says
scope
that.
creep and scope creep
Absolutely.
until
So ensuring that the realms and the
for
clients don't crash,
25
if they
years,
do,
and
this is
I'm
the
never
important
gonna
part,
get to play it.
having them fail.
Never.
And that's something that we're able to identify as we're doing this NDA testing right now. And hopefully we get that to a very good place by the time we start.
Give me an
non-NDA
Alpha
testing,
2
because that's not,
key,
although
and
it
I'll
is
test
going
this
to
for you. I'm
happen,
a
we
freaking
wanna
QA
mitigate it
engineer.
as much as possible.
Been
So
gaming for
outside of
20
stability,
my whole
the
life.
next goal obviously is to deliver
I'll
a
break your code.
next-generation MMORPG that is focused around systems.
Put
Our
me
game
in,
is
coach.
a systems-focused game, and a lot of what's in entrance of Alpha 2 pertains to those systems. Obviously, we have an audience that's hungry for some high-quality experiences and services, but remember, Alpha 2 is not a completed game. It is not an early access
No,
game.
Alpha 2 is like
This is an alpha, which means that as part of
just
this
smoke test
play
that shit.
testing, that people who are participating, they are giving us data that we can act upon, both from a game iteration perspective, but as well as a stability and scalability.
It's really smart.
perspective as well,
Not only
right?
are
Those
they
our focuses.
getting free QA,
And lastly, and this is
people are
something that we're going
paying
to do
in order
throughout
to give
all
them QA.
of our
It's
testing for Alpha 2,
Brilliant.
is that we're going to build ashes with our audience, right? And that is what we have been
Right.
doing over the course of the last several years, as
Yep.
at least relates to our development updates, right? We have been doing this in a very show and tell. Here's our progress towards these features, towards this content. You give us your thoughts. Now it's going to be more tactile. Now you're going to be in game with us, with
Very
GMs,
smart.
with the
If I were
developers.
them, I
We're
would
going
use
to be a little
Discord.
bit more
I would use
vocal in
media
Discord with you,
channels.
not just me, but
and
some of our other developers who are
make
actually
money
responsible
off
for
of
development
the
these
people
features, in game, and
that
they're
wanna
going to
engage
hear
with them in
directly
Discord.
from players and have an opportunity
and
to
buy like
digest
merch and
that
stuff
feedback,
through
bring that
Discord,
feedback
like
to me,
the
bring that
hardcore
feedback
people
to
that
the
want,
team, and act upon it, right?
you know,
That
what's
is something
cutting
that I
edge,
think
what
is
got developed
probably
today, what's a new
most
model,
unique
like
about this
forget
testing
about
phase,
Twitch and
and
stuff.
probably
Use
that you
Discord
guys have
to
never
put that
really
stuff. Bring
experienced
people
with
into
any
the
other project,
Discord,
at least of this size,
you know,
when it
area,
comes to
space.
the amount of money that's being invested to
That would be my
creating this game,
advice
and
to you,
the
Astros of
quality
Creation.
that we're trying to create this, the quality of our dev team, right? This is a big project now with over 200 developers.
You're trying to
This is
get
not
updates out, but
typically
you're
the
doing it the
standard
old-fashioned
approach
way.
that games take
Not
when
Agile.
comes to developing
I've got
these
your
types of
Agile
projects.
solution if you
So
want
this
to
is
talk about
something.
it.
This last point is really something that we pride ourselves
In one place,
doing. This is
one-stop
something that
shopping.
we feel is really unique for the industry.
Forget
And we
about
want to
all the
continue to do it
hoops,
and step
all
up
the media.
what that means, which means
Heck,
we
keep
show you
that
what we do,
for
we
what it's
discuss
worth,
why and how we're
however
going
it's
to do
working
it,
for
and
you.
most
I think
importantly,
I
we're
have a
gonna
better
talk
solution
with our
though.
players. Literally
And you wouldn't
talk
have to
with
worry
our
about
players.
those other places.
Whether that be in Discord voice chat,
So
whether
reach
that
out
be
to
in
me
Discord
on
text chat, on
X.
forums, whatever.
You know where I'm
all
at.
the avenues
Been tagging
possible,
you.
you're gonna
You've been
see our
liking
team
my
engaging,
my
and that's
stuff.
something that's most important.
Let's
So
talk.
when have you
last-
been doing
Actually,
that team?
in the
You haven't
stuff
been
that
part
I'm
of, like,
developing
Office
for the
Hours,
website I have in mind, I
wonderful
did want to talk to
community
you
managers,
about
Format,
using
it is
Intrepid
wonderful.
Net
It's
possibly
something
for
that is very unique. I
scalability.
have not seen other
So,
companies do that.
side
We sit and
topic.
actually
All right,
do
I'll shut up
things.
for a minute.
We
Oh,
listen
yeah.
to you, we write that down, we record that, and we bring that back to our team in a like consolidated report that they can then consume.
And you know what? It's been really rewarding to. So just to give you guys context, the way that we're kind of performing our current stress testing.
Holy crap,
Because
this is
obviously
a
we have
huge
these,
video.
thousands
I'm not
of
going to be
what
able to make
testers
it through
right now.
all this.
We've gained invites too
Oh.
that are participating in the testing.
Hey,
And
experiments in the house.
in
What's
the
up,
studio,
bro?
We have our war room, right? We call it our war room.
You still
right?
my
Most of the
mod?
devs who
You
are
gonna
programming
protect
or who are
me?
Part of facilitating the
Let's
test
do
and
this.
administering the test.
How's
The
life
devs
been, man?
responsible for observing
Things
the
are really
test and
good here.
reacting to the issues that
Got a
are,
lot
you know,
going
we're
on.
all in this war room together. And
We
then
have
at the
comms, so
same
we're like, "War
time,
room,
I know,
this problem is
we have
going on."
we have call signs, right? Where it's like Maverick, this is War Room. This
Work,
is,
work, and work.
Minuteman
Yeah,
Command,
I hear
like
that.
Viper Command or whatever. It's actually hilarious. But
Yeah,
we're
dude.
also on the
Been
flip side of
busy
that coin,
creating a new
having
company.
our Discord open with all of those testers.
Like,
with those
and I
tester
start school
groups
on
with
September
hundreds of
2nd.
people in
Like,
voice
I don't
chat,
have
and we
enough
break
going
up
on
devs
right
into
now that,
different channels
and
with
then I
over
work from
100
home during the
players that
day.
we're administering these tests
Like,
to.
this is my chill
And it's a
time.
lot of
Like,
fun.
I'm
And it's also
like,
a lot of
I'm
fun
just gonna
to
stream
hear
what I'm doing
the
and
devs
what I'm interested
get
in,
to
right?
enjoy
And I'm
the
like, that's a
players
really cool
enjoy what
concept.
they
Like,
have
what if
built,
someone
what they have brought to life.
created like
That is something that
a
is
web
that is
application that
and
allowed
it's just
people
been
to
rewarding
kind of
observe. So
stream
kudos
live
to the testers,
like Twitch
kudos to the
does
team. I know that
and
this is
keep
very
an
enjoyable for both
inventory, you
parties,
know, of
but
their
there's a lot more
videos
that
and
I can
stuff.
give them. So to hit on this last point,
Yeah,
Intrepid
I
is
think
not
there's a
under
need there.
pressure from
So
publishers,
that's what I'm looking
right?
into anyway.
What does that mean exactly? You know, as a player, you may not understand what that
Shit,
relationship
Broman
can
in the
sometimes
house.
entail between a developer, first-party developer, and a third-party
Man,
publisher,
Ship's been
or
there
vice
for me
versa. You know,
as a
there
streamer,
are
like the
certain
most
dates
hardcore
that are
dedicated
required
streamer
to
I've
hit,
ever seen.
and
Ship
whether or
Broman.
not the product is ready sometimes
Actually, I
doesn't
have
occur.
something I want to talk to you
And
about
that's
advertising
the
on
type
that
of
Ship
pressure that
Broman.
we are
Okay,
not going to succumb to.
Alan.
Now, what does that mean
It's weird to call you Ship
for you
Broman, but
guys?
what's up, Alan?
Unfortunately, to some degree,
Alan and I
there's a
are
higher
friends
chance
outside of the
delays, right? Because
industry,
our
but
focus is on the quality of the product, on the
he's a
quality
good
of the
friend.
experience, and on the quality of the data that we want to receive from these testing periods. That is paramount to us.
That is what he
And
wants.
because that
Give
is
me the
paramount to
QA
us,
data.
we are more willing and able to tell you that we're going to have to delay something, and we're okay with failing. We
fail
actually
all the
embrace
time.
Failure, excuse me. We embrace
We
failure.
embrace fail.
And the reason why we embrace failure is because the faster you fail, the faster you can correct
Uh-oh.
that failure.
People are all like,
Moving forward.
delay
If you don't
confirmed.
embrace failure that you don't learn from.
No, of course not. Yeah, I'm okay with, what do I say during the dev meeting? I'm okay with different shit, just not the same shit.
Just say the
Like,
mini app.
That's generally what I mean by that, right? Is that we
Oh my
learn
gosh, they're
from
like
the
on his
failures
every
that we're
word.
going
It's just
to
streaming is such a fascinating
and
thing.
we fail fast because we need to be able to react to those
Embrace
things
the
in a way that is
failure.
positive, that benefits the product,
This is
that
why
the players
people
can
watch
see and
streamers,
understand.
like this
That is
community
something
interaction.
matters.
That's what I
In
love.
addition,
That's
we
gonna
are
be there
using
too,
our
for
own
sure.
technology
There's definitely
and
gonna be
our
a
own support
chat.
services, right? We are
Real-time chat.
developing these
I have big
systems
dreams for
in-house,
this
not
web
just
app.
the game, but
We
the
can
way
do
we're
it, though.
delivering the game, from the launching
I will actually
perspective,
be
the way we're
releasing
administering
Discord
the
information
account
soon.
services, the way that we're administering our web
Probably
portal
on my
and
X
publishing platforms, the way
channel
that we are
through the
creating
company
all of these ancillary services in order
X,
to support to support
which
the
I can
game
go
that
ahead
we're
and
launching. So
drop real
keeping
quick.
that in mind, that obviously our commitment is in actually creating an MMORPG that's going to make you guys proud. So with that being said, no, we have not delayed beyond
We have
October.
not
We already
delayed.
announced that October is going to be the month just 2 weeks ago. And October is when the NDA will be lifted, and A2 testers will all be invited on the 25th.
All right, go
Ready
out
to
to
move the next
this.
one?
Oh yes, I apologize.
All right.
I
Here
thought
we
you were
go.
I thought you were moving
That's
with me.
my X. At a point you
Okay,
been looking for a new
so
job. What are you good at?
Alpha 2.
I can put you to
How
work.
is Alpha 2 going to work?
Do you have a
Obviously,
desire to
we
work
talked about
and be
our
creative?
NDA testing that we're doing now,
I
right?
am
These are
actually
day-long
hiring.
tests essentially that we are doing with our Alpha 1 users who were most active during the Alpha 1 period, who gave us good actionable feedback, and that is the expectation that we have for Alpha 2 testers as well. So, October 25th, we will start with our phase 1 of Alpha 2
There's our
testing.
web application,
Phase 1 is
Vulcan
going to consist
Hammer.
of weekend-long tests that run from Friday to Sunday, and
Probably
will
should have
occur
make it
every
Vulcan's Hammer,
weekend,
but
moving forward until phase
oh
2
well.
begins. And do we want to talk, Margaret,
It
a
kind
little
of
bit
morphed
about
from
like, how we're
Vulcan
going to be
Hammer
administering
to
these tests, how players
talking
will get
about it,
notices
calling
of
it
these,
Vulcan's Hammer,
tests
and then there was
and,
the whole is it a C, is it a K
you know, the
thing?
type of
Don't even
support
get
that
me
we're going to
started.
offer to
Setting this
developers
whole thing up has
during
been
these tests
like
as well.
Yeah. So
a 3-day
we'll be
process
sending
of
people through
like
email.
pulling
So
through
for
all
those of
the
you who
web
have been joining us already for our
purchasing
pre-market
and
testing, you are
Discord
getting
setup,
emails
getting a
from
full
us,
stack
and that is
developer to
helpful for
start
you
on the
too.
app,
We
an
also will have a
artist,
private Discord for the private people, but for this one, obviously,
Facebook
this will be
integration,
more.
X integration,
You won't be under
freaking
NDA, so you'll
Snapchat,
be able to talk about your experience. But we will have some
WhatsApp is in
forums for you
there.
to access. We'll have
We're using all
Discord
kinds of
spaces for you to
technologies.
access that will
Everywhere I
be for
connect,
those
I'm
users
basically
who can
advertising
communicate
it.
with your friends as well as with us, and we will be kind of ensuring that you're kept up to date on what things are coming along the lines, patch notes, details. Some of that will be posted on our news
Yeah,
post
dude.
as well.
I can help
It
you
kind
out.
of just depends on what the information
Hit me up.
is, and that needs to be
DM me
shared
on
with who
Discord.
might have access to that information. But we'll definitely keep you guys as much in the loop as far as customer service support. Alpha 2 is an alpha. This is like an actual
Come
alpha.
back soon.
We are not like a game where it's like we're just porting over or translating to another region. This is like a proper alpha. So as Steven has stated many times, it's not a game. We are here to test and get things moving along. And as you can see here, what our testing goals are as we continue forward. The game will become more of a game
Yep.
as we go through Alpha
Cool.
2.
Thanks, man.
But what that means also is that we will not be providing the same.
Do you want to get
support we
involved
would
with
for
the
launch.
actual
So for launch,
development
we will
or
have really
testing of
GMs
it?
who are assisting
We're
you,
gonna
and we'll have a lot more
actually
people
start out
who
with
can support
Southern New
on the
Hampshire
side. But
University,
for Alpha 2,
kind of
that
like
is not going
Facebook
to be
did,
the
and
case.
have
If
it
you
be
get
like
to Vulcan State, we won't be
a beta
facilitating
release
the
there,
same way that we
and
did
have them
before.
test it for us and
And the
check out
important thing to note
scalability
about
and
phase
get
1
infrastructure in
between these
place. There's,
weekend tests
a lot to
is
do.
going to be that our goal is not to wipe
It's going to be a
your
web
systems,
app
right? When we talk about the
integrating
progress
with
that you
a
make between
phone
these
app
weekends as a player
application
character. Now,
We may.
within
where you
each
can have
within
like
each
a
phase, there is a
person
higher
that you follow,
likelihood
an
the earlier
artist,
the phase
and they can have
that
followers, and then
persistence
they
will
can have
have to be
followers.
wiped. We won't know for
People will be
certain
able to
whether or
live
not we
stream.
have to
They'll
wipe
be able
persistence
to
between these testing dates, between these testing weekends, until we come across
interact
an
with their
issue that might
community, kind of like
require
a
us to do
Facebook
so,
page, kind of
right?
like a
So that's
Facebook
something to
private
keep in mind,
community.
right? As part of what
They'll be
Margaret
able
was
to be
talking
like,
about,
"Hey, Stephen King,
these
I'd like you to write a
testing,
book
the
that
Alpha 2 testing
is the
parameters
genre of
are more
comedy
focused
instead
around,
of your
again,
normal
that
horror stuff,
stability,
or like
that
write a short
scalability,
story
the
and send it
performance,
out to us
and
so we can buy
progression
it."
as well. So for
So
phase 1, those are the test goals.
that's
And
kind of
what that
my.
means for us is
I want to
obviously
be
we are
able to
going to
put the
prioritize
power
what's
back.
necessary in order to
At
accomplish those
80%,
goals. And sometimes that might be
80%
wiping
of the
persistence.
profits
So
would
we
go
have to
back
make
to
sure
the
that those of
authors.
you who are,
The rest would
and
be
everyone who has
taken
Alpha 2
care of,
obviously has access
running
to
the
all of
site.
these phases.
It'll
But
be
those
built
of
on
you who
crypto.
plan to play in phase 1,
Solano
you will need to
is
keep in mind that
probably
there
the
is a
stock
much
to keep
higher
an eye on
likelihood
right
that
now.
persistence wipes can occur,
Just
that
saying,
realm
crypto
crashes will
is
occur,
about to
that
take
there are
off here.
higher dispensity of client
So if you're into
crashes that
stocks,
people may be suffering, right? This
I
is
would
going
check
to
out
be a little bit of walking before we
you know,
start running. And
places
that's
where you
something
can
that's
buy
important. Now,
Solano
also keep in
or
mind
Solana.
that we are
Solano.
dedicated to
It's
this
SOL
being
is the
open,
tag.
non-NDA platform, so people can see the progress that we are going to be having in Alpha 2. And Alpha 2 is continued development, right? We are going to be continually
They're fixing stuff.
releasing
They're
additional content,
while
features,
people are
systems
playing,
as
fixing it,
Alpha 2
hot patching
progresses,
it.
and that includes
Right.
within these phases.
Sure.
So there's going to be focuses that
That's
we
smart.
want people to have when it comes to what they're testing within
Oh.
a given weekend or a given week, or as we drop big content drops for the Phase 3
I don't have your
24/7
Discord.
alpha.
Well,
Yeah,
I
and
have
along
it
with
on
those
the other
things, you'll
page.
see,
It's actually
you know,
open on
surveys
this
that
stream
come
window I have
away,
open.
you'll see
I'll get
topic
it to
posts
you.
where we're looking for feedback and we're compiling, and
Yeah.
we may do office hours where we're trying to gather feedback on a specific
I think I
topic.
can whisper
So
to
you'll
you,
see
can't
us
I?
interacting with you guys a lot on those things, as well as the community team will be running some events that may be revolved around some of these things, and we may pre-record those things and share them on our live streams down the line. So you will definitely be part of a bigger picture. And along those lines, we'll also have things where you may be voting on stuff, where it's like, hey, which of these things do you guys like the most, or what of these things would you guys like to see next,
Okay.
right? So there may be places where you can actually be
One
part
sec.
of the development process in a bigger way.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about Phase 2 real quick. This is where we're going to have planned week-long up times, right? And these are 5 days at a time with downtime on the in-between weekends. And that's starting December 20th. So yes, that will be a Christmas holiday playtime for people. I know obviously from a community perspective, that is something that is important, right? Because many of you guys will have time off. From a studio perspective, we will be bifurcating the development team into a live ops team to support, obviously, Alpha 2's continued live game service, but also the continued development for our expanded features and content systems. Test goals within these week-long tests are going to be node advancement, are going to be economy testing, and it's going to be vacillating
Alright.
between the node
I'll do it
systems.
that way.
This is something obviously
Keep an eye on
that
it,
is
and I
important that we
will
now start
let you
getting
know.
into more
Maybe in
of
the next
core
day or so.
gameplay loops, right? These are things like recipe compositions, balance between the different archetypes, and
Yeah,
the
dude, you
types of
should
item
definitely be on
creations that
X.
are possible, the resources that
X is the
how are they
future
distributed within the world,
as far as
and very importantly,
news.
node advancement.
Yep. Get in there, make
Obviously,
an
the name of
account,
the game is nodes.
go follow that
Excuse me, the name of
account,
the game is Ashen's Creation. But in
like all the
reality, it's
posts.
nodes. Because this is how the world reacts and changes, and players are responsible for building those things up, right? So
Oh, okay, cool.
that is something to keep in mind as well. Phase 3. Phase 3 is going to be as we flesh out the world.
Sorry,
expand
this
the
is how I
content
work. I
and the
work in real
features,
time,
and this
socializing.
will run until we reach
Why not, right?
beta. And this is 24/7 uptime.
That's what this is
This
all
is
about.
where the
We're talking
gameplay
about
experience
relaxing
will
and
be
what the
much
plan
better than what
is.
Phase 1 and Phase 2, at least as it relates to scalability and stability, right?
I have a
We've
lot of
gotten
confidence in
out
this.
of the way a lot of the data collection, a lot of the iteration and
It's kind of a
reaction
God
towards
thing,
problems
so
that we would have seen in Phase 1 and Phase 2. And this is going to provide
it's kind of in
players
his hands
with
from this
now an
point forward.
opportunity, and really persistence wipes should not occur in Phase 3 forward.
That would
Can
be
they?
cool.
Yes, they
Yeah,
can.
they can.
Should they? No, they shouldn't. But that is the reality. That is the dichotomy between playing the Alpha 2 and testing the Alpha 2. So keeping that in mind. This is going to be also where the world expands, right? The world is going to expand actually in phase.
You'll be able to help us
Phase
out.
2 and Phase.
We'll talk
3,
about it
both.
in
But
your
phase
interview.
3 is where it will continually keep expanding until eventually we reach the world. So keeping that in mind. As
So
always,
a lot of people want to know when
What
the
kind
end
of
is
community
and
Right.
it's like, yeah, we
exposure do
we
you
can
have?
provide that data because we want to ensure
Do you
that
know a
we're
lot of
hitting
people?
all the
Do you
things
have a
that we want
page?
as far as,
and
like, retirement.
What could you
and
do
we
for
don't know when beta
advertising?
starts yet, right? Like the
Well,
most
internally
important
we
thing.
have a plan, but
Well,
It's
but
weird
what I
that you
mean by
found
we
this
don't
channel.
know
What
is
led you to this
because
channel in the
there's a lot
first
of
place?
uncertainty, right? No, I'm just thinking, but like
You'll get
what
my
I mean by
Discord.
that is,
Yeah.
testing can influence those dates
yes,
in a very big way, right? So
Yeah.
keeping in mind
QA, we
that
ruined your day,
what
man.
we learn from this
Yeah, I was
testing,
playing Final Fantasy
what
11.
we learn from Phase
What
1
drew you
and
to
Phase
Final
2
Fantasy
and Phase
11 though?
3 is going to inform how we iterate, how we respond, how we fix, and that can change things. So
I don't
the
remember
further
your
out you look,
backstory.
the more blurry the picture is, right? Keeping that in mind.
I just
right?
know that I
The
started getting
closer
spammed,
the
and you're like,
goal,
dude, you
the
need a
more certain
mod.
we can be about what we're going
I'm
to
like,
hit.
you're right.
And that is
I don't know how to
exactly
do
what
that.
game development.
thing before we move to the next slide.
You know how to do that,
going to be about
right?
cadence of our updates. Is that for those of you who have
I'm
Alpha 1,
actually
those
going to
of you
need
who have been
someone who's
listening,
familiar
have
with
not been
streaming,
selected yet. We have
um,
been continually increasing the
setting
capacity
up
of
a
Alpha 1,
stream.
especially Alpha 2. We will be expanding that to all Alpha 1 users
If you know how to
going forward.
integrate,
But we are kind of
like, so I can have
positioning
a better
Alpha 1
layout and
is a
stuff
safe
like
space,
that,
and we
we
will
could talk about
continually
something like that
add
because I want to
people.
get my
So you will
streaming
be
layout
joining
looking
us
better.
before October 25th.
Because
Don't
I'm going to
worry.
be doing like company
But
updates,
kind of, wait until you get the email. We'll notify you
probably
guys.
from this
We can
account. I'm
message
not
you
going
what
to do
time
like
we're going to
Ashes of
send out
Creation
those
and create
emails.
like an actual
Just
Twitch
hang
just for
tight.
that.
You might
I
not be
might,
selected in
but
the next one, but you may be selected in the one
I
after
might
that.
just have people be like,
And then we will be moving on to Alpha 2, which is
I don't know.
for Alpha 2 users. Which not everyone who purchased
Although
Alpha 1 has access to Alpha 2.
I might want, yeah, they'll probably be different
Is that true?
actually.
Because some people didn't buy
Because I'll
Alpha
do my own
1
personal
like
streaming. I want
you
that. I
or
won't
you
want
purchased
that to
Alpha 1.
be like on the
Oh,
main
okay. I didn't know that. But anybody
business
who owns an
site.
Alpha 1 package, like the
So
Intrepid or I can't remember the name of the pre-order packages. Those all have the Alpha 2 access and Beta 1 and Beta 2
Yeah, if your
access.
package has Alpha 2, then you are going to be an Alpha 2.
Exactly. Yes.
Moving on to Cadence.
and she's just
I'll
like
put that
moving
back up
on.
here.
All right. Yes. So let's get into Cadence. So we have three
LinkedIn.
cadences.
Hey, that's
We
actually an
have,
area I haven't infiltrated yet.
Sorry, I can't see the slide very close.
That is a good point.
As necessary, we are
LinkedIn.
going to be doing our
Haha.
hotfixes and deploys for critical issues.
Genius.
And then
Oh, yes.
yeah,
Yes,
and then
yes, yes.
I'll
Sorry.
make sure
every
to
release,
add
we will
that
be
to
moving
my
into our minor releases. So these are
exposure.
I lost my place.
in the runner
He
shell.
loves this place.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, where am I?
Bro.
So real quick, let's talk about hotfixes deployed for critical issues. So as necessary, what that means is that if something is happening during a playtest that is either causing some game-breaking
crash.
bug,
Get it together,
or
guys. You can't even
crash
follow
to
a
the
PowerPoint.
server, or
Oh shit, the
commonly
haters.
experienced client crash,
Haters.
we will be deploying hotfixes during that testing session. We will be monitoring. We will have our developers
Any
on
news on the
standby during
rogue?
the testing
Yeah,
session
that'll be
to
interesting to hear
react and
about.
adapt.
I loved
So
Thief
that
in
can
Final
happen
Fantasy
at
XI,
any
man.
time.
Thief was one of my
And then
favorite
in
jobs.
addition,
Like
we will
just
have a
the
3-week
positioning
release
and like
for
all of the
version releases that
sneak
include
attack,
balance
trick attack,
changes,
having to transfer hate and
fixes,
manage hate.
right? These are
Oh, it
ones
was
that
such a
aren't
good part of the
necessarily
game.
critical to the function of
If I
the
could play
playtest
Final Fantasy
itself,
XI
but
again,
are major
I
nuisances
probably
for
might.
either a primary gameplay
That would be
loop
so
or
bad
player
to get back
experience or
into. That
interaction
would suck my
that
life
we need
away.
to
Oh
deploy.
my gosh.
Balance changes are relatively
Don't
easy
even
for us to
know.
address. This
I can't.
probably won't be
I can't
wise.
do it.
We
I
do
got
balance
college, I
changes,
got
balance
work, I got
changes
this
every 2
company.
weeks,
I just
but
don't
they're
have the
balance
room.
changes
All I
that
can
we
do is
find
like
are
talk
then
about stuff. That's like
interrupting certain
I should
gameplay
just be
loops
on
and
just
experiences
streaming, but I
that
put
you
it to
have
them
or
so that
data
people can
for.
find this video because it's their
And then
video.
every 6
But
weeks, we will be releasing major version deployments. This means that it will either include combination of new features, content, interactions that players are going to have either with one another.
I like how he
Systems
talks about
that
later. He's
players
like,
can interact
just because we
with
show
the
you
Node
armor
system,
on one
or
model
Autonomy.
doesn't
Like,
mean
these
that
are
just
big
stretches to all the
feature
other
content
different
releases
races and models
that
and
are going
stuff.
to
We have
happen
to
every
do it
6
specifically for each one of them. Like
and that
it's
aligns
like
with our
breaking this
internal
stuff down.
development
That's
cadence,
like
right? Like
very common sense, but
every 6 weeks, we
having to
essentially
explain it
sprint,
is kind of comical.
right?
It's like
The general
I
cadence
feel
of our
bad for
sprints
him. Like,
is we have
guys, we're
A,
just
which
trying to
is our
make a
development
freaking
sprint
game here.
1,
Shut up and
which
quit
is 2 weeks,
complaining.
2,
Is
which is
basically
another 2
what he
weeks,
wants
that's a
to
4
say,
week
right?
sprint. And
Let
then
us
we
do
have
our
a
thing.
hardening
We will let you
sprint,
know.
which is another
We'll
2
let you
weeks
know.
that
Stop
usually
harping on
prepares
us.
a
Like,
release
stop it.
candidate for us. And this is
Do you
that
want the
2
game
weeks.
good or do you want the game mediocre?
Absolutely, to make sure that this represents kind of, I mean, obviously when you develop a feature or content, you have these
All right, I
bases
got
of
about an
development
hour left, a
that
little less
first
than an
you
hour.
approach it from a functional standpoint as you
So
stand up
let's
the
see.
types of interactions that you want to
Got my
see,
kids coming over.
gameplay that you want to see. You move it into a testable format, which has a little bit more bells and whistles, a little bit more representative visual effects or animation or content to it, and then you move into a playable state, which is something you would put into production or you would put out to the player that
Right.
is externally facing. And generally during that hardening
She's
week,
like,
we
"You're
are
rambling,
taking
Steve."
things from a from a testable state into a playable state, right? And that, like Margaret said, is addressing bugs, is addressing polish, so that it sells to the player what we're trying to sell, which
Look at
is
her.
this
She's
fun
like
and engaging
annoyed.
gameplay loop.
You can tell from
So
her like
that is our cadence
emotional,
that we have
her
internally for development, and
her
that is the cadence
language.
that we will be utilizing for the release update for the
It's
game.
like, oh my
And
gosh,
at the very
is he
bottom,
gonna shut
as
up?
always, development is a moving train and subject to change. So
Her body language
what
is all
we are
like,
going to
are
be
you
getting
gonna
in
stop?
here
Like,
in
how do
the
I? When
near
do I jump
future,
there?
in
She's
the
like,
next
I'm trying to have some structure here, and
couple
you're.
slides or so, is going to be talking
It's
about
like if
what
we ever
is
get there,
in
if you shut up.
Alpha 2
Yeah.
Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3 from
Oh
a
shit.
content and feature perspective. So we're going to talk about all these systems that we want players to engage with and that we want people to play, and for you guys to give us feedback on. But keep in mind that this release cadence that you see is a very agile system. Everything I just talked about with sprints and Scrum and release
Just agile.
candidates, that's all relates to this
The development of the
project
game.
management methodology that is under an agile
Oh
umbrella. And
gosh.
the reason why it's called
It's good.
agile,
It's the
as
way you
you
should
can
do it.
imagine, is because you need to be nimble and you need to be able to react and you need to be able to change directions and you need to be able to do what is necessary for
Flexible.
the product, for the community, for the success of the vision, so to speak. And that means that we need to be able to change these plans. So that's why sometimes it's difficult.
Steven is a Dex
give
build in real
perspective
life.
about what our goals are.
The freak
we have
is a
internal
Dex
roadmaps.
build.
We have a team of 20 producers that are constantly focused around making plans and identifying work and how long it's going to take to deliver
So I said
this.
something about agile. Where'd it go?
Identifying dependencies that block different teams.
Oh,
And
it's
all of
gone.
that is so that we can have our internal plans. But the reason that we
Agile
have
is
this
just.
backlog and prioritization,
Oh,
we
someone
adopt
said
an
something
agile
about
project
waterfall.
management structure,
Waterfall
is because
that.
we know and embrace that those plans have to change. So it's important from a community perspective.
There's an
This
IT
is something
person.
that I think content creators need to help.
Classic
need to
critical
help
path.
us nail home, because again, this is an atypical development structure. This is not standard, but that's okay. Our goal is to do it in a non-standard way. We have to embrace this together, is that things can change. So development agility is an important thing.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about.
Yeah, let's move on to what you
She's
can
like,
expect
let's
versus
go
what
on.
we need as a team.
Am I talking too much?
No,
Yes.
we are
I
being
just
slow,
just
but
like
it's okay.
stream of consciousness. Go. Hopefully, I'm making sense to people.
I think you're
Sometimes
making
it
sense.
gets.
A lot of people
Sometimes
are,
it gets too developy.
a lot of people are developers too, so they're in chat going like, "Oh my gosh, I'm on a break from my corporate job, and I'm now talking. Now you're
We're
making."
GDC. Okay. All right. Let's
You
talk
totally
about,
cut her off. Yeah.
what you can expect and what we need. What can you expect? Well, you can expect that we're in a testing phase. And that means that Ashes of Creation is not done. What does not done mean? It means that not everything's going to be polished. It means that you're going to experience bugs. It means that you're going to see systems that aren't fully fleshed out with content. It means that you're going to have areas of the world that need some TLC. It means that you're going to see variant NPCs with some placeholder behaviors and potentially ability systems. You're going to see skill trees that need to be completely rearticulated. You're going, like there are
Balance is not there, yeah.
there is a whole host of shit. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Pardon, a whole host of things.
I remember hearing that when I
is
listened to it
not
earlier.
Done yet, but
Ooh.
does it do
You
its job
naughty
in
boy.
conveying the intent of the gameplay loop?
Clip that.
That's the question. And if
Bingo.
it does do that
Language.
job, then we can collect actionable feedback on
My
how we want
ears,
to
my
further
frozen
iterate and
ears.
finalize that loop. And that's the important part about this.
Oh, the chat cracks me up, bro.
And that's that
I wish there was more people in here, man.
that,
This is great.
we are testing those features and systems, and then
You never know. A random raid might come along. You never know.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, let me see
we
here.
talked about this one a little bit earlier. I did mention that, the community will, we definitely want to engage with you guys. We have been this entire time. We want you guys to submit your feedback. We'll have a variety of ways for you to do that, and there will be ways for you to vote on features and content as well.
Oh, Al's streaming right now.
Yes, I see some people in chat saying 3 realms with each 3,000.
Final Fantasy 11. I need to drop in
We're
on
gonna
him.
get into talking a little bit about the number of realms. Number of
I miss
realms
Final
is
Fantasy 11. That's about the only
scalable
way I'll
dependent.
experience it.
Again,
Is
this
for
was a very
streaming.
important part of
Like,
our network scaling.
Yeah.
It is a very important part to understand that we can deploy additional realms.
all right,
as
man.
necessary.
Hey,
Right? That
Chip
is a
Roman, I
scalable
DM'd you on
so as we need
Discord.
to do that, we will.
So let's chat.
Other
I'll
points
get you
here.
my
It is not
Discord
meant to
soon,
be
okay?
done. It is meant to be tested.
Have a good night, bro.
Feedback. We talked about that. The community will be able to engage by providing feedback and voting on features and content. What does voting on features and content mean? Margaret, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I just did, but we
Oh,
can talk
shit,
about
my bad.
We can talk about it again. It is, there will be cases where we provide you guys
I
options.
just did.
You may.
She's
vote
like
on them. I
annoyed
think
with them.
recently a
That's
good
for you.
example was, we asked everybody in the community, which do you prefer?
Steve is going with the shits today. He cursed again. Let's go.
Feedback from all of our social platforms, and we came
He
back
sounds
to the
like-
team and we're like, this is the most voted option.
I don't know.
So we
I don't
should
want to
use
say
that
it.
to change
But
the game. So maybe
it's very
little things
something
like
more
that,
than
or
tired.
they're already doing it in chat now. It could be something
was
like
it?
that. It could be bigger pieces. It could be things where like we're
What was the question? Why are they saying?
Took a
why are they
little
saying
cough
tab
medicine or
instead of B?
something.
B and I was what I had offered, but they're offering other options for bag for inventory.
yeah.
Dude, are you
What
hitting the
was-
cough
what was the
medicine?
outcome of the bag or inventory?
Are you
I'm more
robo
of
tripping a
of
little
B
bit?
guy.
You're a B guy. I
What are
believe
you?
I can do either. It's like every game we do is different. So.
I can do.
I'm
either
not.
as
I'm
well,
not
but
knocking
the
you. I'm not
question is,
knocking
where
you.
does my
I was
finger
just.
go first, and it goes to B.
Oh yeah.
And then I hit it, and nothing happens, and I'm like,
way from B. Very
Yeah.
tricky.
he's a little too far.
I'm a freaking addict. All right. First of all,
Okay, so that's the
I
example.
can spot
right? Now, obviously, we're not going to be voting on
behavior.
Of course not, right?
Most of it
But
will be feedback oriented. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of these
He's not
things will
tracking.
be like, that was a great example, the B or the I. Excuse me. That was a great example of B or the I because that's something that is easy to collect.
Mouth is
feedback.
dry.
It's a default thing.
I
and
actually
people
remember
can
his mouth
change
being
it
dry
if
in
they
a
want to,
couple
right? And we're all
episodes.
about options and changing things as well. But more of those types of interactions, which I think the community enjoys anyways, right? And it's something that's not, necessarily infringing on the concept of the game, the core loops of the game, right? That is not what we want to put up to vote. We don't want to put up to vote the identity. We want to put up to vote a lot of the subjective, player kind of facing decision stuff that we feel confident in. The other thing is feedback. And we talked a little bit earlier about that, having the devs interact and being more vocal and talking. All right, we want to move to. Oh, I'm sorry. There's more to this section.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling down.
We talked a bit about this already about the persistence, so I don't think we need to go in more detail about it. But because we do expect database, that's what the DB stands for, database schema, to change for performance and balance issues and fixes, that does mean that we may have to do persistence wipes for those.
Yeah,
if
this is
necessary. That's kind of giving you a reason and an understanding of what the technology.
This is why. So the database schema and how the gameplay systems are interacting.
He's not
with
afraid
the
to talk
database,
over her, is he?
right? That is
He's like,
essentially
all right.
the
I'm going to
type
talk
of
now.
things that
Now.
we're going to be observing, the data we're going to be collecting, that can influence how or why we may need to do persistence wipes. And of course, that's going to come much more into focus during phase 1 and 2, in the hopes that phase 3 will not have to see any persistence wipes. That is the goal, right? And that's also partly the reason for the phase testing as well, right? That is a very foundational and fundamental interaction, what persistence entails from a database perspective and these gameplay systems interacting with that. So keeping that in mind, that can be crucial for us collecting data, because you could be 5 days into a test or a week into a test, and we're collecting the data on how nodes are progressing, the movement of those locations
let's
and
go.
areas are progressing, and now we need to wipe the database because of some issue that we've encountered, and we have lost progression beyond that 5th day or 6th day.
Right.
So it's important that we nail those down during phase 1 and 2. We talked about testing core gameplay loops. Obviously, this is why we're doing Alpha 2, right? In addition to all the technical components, the gameplay loops are really where your feedback is most important. This is where the conversation with the developers is most important. How did it feel to play through these types of systems? Where were the problems with these systems? How did it not interact well on a large multiplayer functionality? What are the blind spots in our design that we haven't seen because we're very much in the box perspective and you're outside of that now coming in to get a fresh look and play through? That's something that's very important to us.
And the big piece of this, and the reason why it's there for you to understand what to expect,
sure.
is that you can expect that we will be reacting to those feedback loops, and we will be fixing and updating things on those 3 to 6 week cadences, depending on where the thing lies. Right? If it's a critical issue, if it's something that can just be a bug fix, or if it's something that's much bigger and a
Excuse
bigger
me.
feature change that we have to make. Right? Those are the 6 weeks. And
Right.
those will be happening for every phase. Not
I like
just
how she kind of keeps him in line, keeps him on track.
those cadences would only be phase 3.
She's kinda like the
Steven said,
mom.
those are part of the development process. We work on a 2-week
Absolutely.
sprints, so you will see.
He's
those
like, am I
cadences
talking
throughout
too
the
much?
phase.
I mean, this is a big transition for the studio.
I know
for
it's
the
like
project,
just
right?
kind of stream of
Because
consciousness.
right
You just
now,
kind of
those
blah.
cadences
Just
are
listen
what
for
we
like 20
currently do
minutes,
internally when
and
it's
you'll
not
get it.
outwardly facing.
But I don't know how
And
else to
now
like
what's gonna
break it
happen
down.
is we have this,
Like it's like
just to
listening
talk
to
a little
Elon
bit about
Musk,
that,
where he like
we have
has
this
to like
release
dumb
train
down
of
language and
development
thoughts in
where
his head,
our
and he
source
takes
control
frequent
system
pauses in
is
order
a
to do
program
that. Like
called Perforce.
that's what it
share
reminds me of.
objects
There's
with
like
other
2 modes.
developers.
There's that one, and then there's
What
just
that means is
stream of
this
consciousness where it's
development,
like
live
blah,
development
blah,
occurs
blah.
in
You
these
pick up
lower
the pieces
streams
of what I'm
that we
telling you,
call
and
our development
that's how I
branch,
communicate as well.
or
So
our
I
ICS
totally
engine,
associate.
branches. And then that's where the most problematic bugs are found. That's where the highest instability can occur. That's where we can see errors and warnings in the builds, and we have problems. And our QA team, which is a phenomenal QA team that's led up by
Yeah,
Rick
go
Kerr, who
QA.
has been around
Let's
the block
go.
multiple times within this industry. And they're responsible for trying to catch the biggest offending bugs that are really problematic before we take what's on that development stream, that code, that content, everything that lives there, and take a promotion up from development into the next stream, which
Yep.
is QA. And then from QA we go into staging, and then or LKG. Which
He
is
loves to
stands
talk
for
about the
into staging,
process.
and then
That's
eventually
really
it makes
cool
its way
though.
into
He's
our
like
stream
really
called
ingrained
production.
in every
And
step of
that's
the
where
way.
players sync
I mean,
to
he's
with
put a
their
lot of
launcher
money
in
into
order to
this thing,
receive the
so
client. Right, so at each of those checkpoints, we are
he's
trying
gonna
to
do it
identify
right.
major bugs, critical issues. We are trying to
I
resolve
wonder
them.
what
We're
his
trying to
background
patch
is.
into
Like, what was he, a
stream if
software
necessary.
engineer? Like,
We merge
he's
back
brought
down
agile
those
to it
changes
for
that
a reason
occur.
because it's the best
But
methodology.
just
But
to give you concept, like that is
I'm
what it
curious.
takes
I
to
would love
release
to hear
code.
Steven's
That's what it
story
takes to release
of what
software
he
product.
did.
And
I would like
love
to
to
see it on the
hear, so
application I'm
obviously,
going to create.
this next part
I
of
would
the
love to
story
hear
will
the
include more. We don't have
backstory
to
of
go into too much
how it was
detail on
born,
that.
the
But we
disappointment
need
in
you
other
guys' testing, right?
MMOs,
We need you
the
to
things
test
that have
all
been like
outside the
explained,
archetypes of
scattered
players. We need
across
some feedback from
numerous,
more archetypes. We need you to
documentaries and
know
YouTube
progression of
videos and
systems,
streams.
crafting systems. We need you
I
to
mean,
test
anybody
against
that's followed
lagging
Steven knows
content,
that
whether that's PvP
he took
or
a big
PvE
gamble
content,
on this, and he was
just in
tired of
general. We
the
just
old
need you to test
MMOs.
as much as
He
possible.
wanted
Giving us
something
that
new,
data, and
fresh. He
most
wanted something
importantly,
he
the
wanted to
more
play.
systems you
He
interact with,
saw a
the more
need
data
and he
you
went
can
for it.
get.
That's exactly what I'm
And
doing
yes,
with this
that
application.
kind of loops into
There
the
is a
systems
need
that we listed
for a
earlier
certain
of what you can
um,
expect from us moving
connection
forward.
between authors,
And let's move
artists,
on to
and
And
their
real quick,
oh,
I just want to talk
people
about
that
the free
follow them,
realms
and
to
I'm gonna
start.
make
So
that happen.
a lot of people are talking about. Wait a minute. There's only going to be 3 realms to start. As I said,
3 realms per region to start.
it's per
Per
region.
region.
We're going to be
Okay.
supporting Western Europe and North America, right? So
For alpha,
those are
just for alpha 2. As we expand into the other, testing phases, we will expand to more regions. Just to be clear.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. So betas, obviously, we will be far more extensive with regards to the realms that we're supporting,
Oh
the
yeah,
regions that we're in.
beta
But
comes
for
after alpha.
2, Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3, Ashes of Creation will be published by Intrepid Studios in
Which
those
he
regions
owns,
of Western Europe and North America.
which is
Right now,
brilliant.
we say 3
They've set
realms
this up
to
as a
start,
gaming
6
company.
total realms.
Like,
That
they're not just gonna
that
stop
is
at Ashes of
entirely
Creation,
dependent
which is exactly
the
why
number of those
I
realms
didn't stop
on
at
the
my
number
first
of
initial
users that we
idea
see will
of
be joining
publishing the Bible
the testing sessions.
in a
So we talked
intuitive,
about releasing obviously new
very
games for sales.
connected
We're gonna
way
release
with
that
other
here at the
people
Info
reading
Deck.
the Bible, the
Um,
message version of the
I know
Bible
for
in
many of you
particular.
that have been posting on social media, they're posting on Reddit, they're posting on forums about a way to access Alpha 2. We are going to be providing that and depending on
Eugene
the scaling
Peterson,
of
check him
how
out.
many of those
He
additional
rewrote the Bible
sales we
into
do,
modern
we
street
will be
talk
spinning up
because
new
the
realms
Bible
to
was
support
originally
that. We're
written
not going to
in
be
street talk.
bogging down the
And so
queues
he
on
got
those,
tired, not
six
got
realms,
tired,
and
but
we're going to stick with those six realms.
he
We're going to
realized as a
scale.
pastor, he spent most of his
So to speak
time
that.
explaining to
So we get
people
more users,
and
we'll
translating the
be
Bible to
able
them
to
in a way they'd
increase
understand. I was raised on the King James
phase
Version,
one,
man.
also
It
keep
did not
increasing
sound like that. It does not sound like
and,
that,
like making
right?
those
And
things
so
better.
he's like, I'll go
I
back
see
to the
people-
original
I
manuscripts,
see
I'll
people saying US
retranslate
West
it
or US
myself,
East. The goal is to be US central.
and I'll make
So,
it more modern speak. So that's what I listen to every morning. I
Obviously,
love
we have
it.
the ability to
It's
deploy
it's
in
so
many
good,
areas
especially
of
when you get into
America.
Paul and the
So,
letters,
depending on
the
how
epistles
we
that he
have
wrote.
players who are
Holy
located,
cow,
that
they are.
encourage us to spin
Paul
up
does not mess
clusters
around,
within the
man.
cloud for those regions that might
But
be
like
closest.
Romans in particular, Romans 8, right? Like
Moving
he
on
just
to
lays
kind
the
of
smack down.
comparison of
So
what,
that's where the
Alpha
passion of
1
this project
versus
came from.
what
This
you're
is a God
seeing
thing,
in
like I
Alpha
said
2.
before.
Like a little
Um,
map there for you.
definitely inspiration.
Different
Where are we?
regions.
Are we
I
page
can't take
7?
credit for it. It was just like it just
Okay.
came to me.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, those
So
of
let's
you who
go. All right.
participated in Alpha 1, the project has come a long way since Alpha 1. We've literally had an engine version change.
Between that's where the engine version was. Okay.
5.3.
Right. Yeah, but we are on 5.3, and we will continue to upgrade the project to later iterations of Unreal Engine 5 during
Now
testing.
they've
So keep that
merged
in
with
mind.
Unreal
We'll
5,
likely
right?
be moving to
They've
5.4
gotten
at
into
some
the
point
code,
in
so they're
phase
now
1 and 2.
changed the code in
So,
Unreal. They're gonna brand it themselves.
We had a lot
Probably
of great systems in Alpha 1, and there's
some
Alpha
agreement
1
with
was not a
Unreal.
great
Like it
game.
must be
So
open
those of
source.
you
I
who
don't know.
weren't
They
around
were
for
able
Alpha
to
1 but remember
manipulate
Alpha
it
1,
and
feel free to
not
go back
face
and take
any
a look at the
penalty,
replay.
as far as I
And
know.
take a look at some of the systems. There are a lot of people that
So now they're like,
covered
well,
it. There was
we'll
a lot
just
of
take it and make our own freaking. I'm sure
content
that's where they're
creators that
headed
were
right
part
now.
of
They're
Alpha
like,
1.
let's get in
Take
there,
a look at where the game
borrow
was
their
going.
code,
The
and do
game
it
has
better.
come a very long way,
and
primarily
integrate
when
it
I speak about
from
what
all the
has
way
come a
up,
long way
have
and
their
talk
own
about
engine, and then
systems
sell their
and
engine.
content,
Sell
right?
IntrepidNet, sell their
We
engine.
changed a lot of, I mean, almost
They're
all
trying.
of the
They're
networking
they're
stack
gonna set an
in Alpha 1
example
and
and
Alpha
then
2.
say you want to be like
We
this.
changed
They will
all
make
the
so much
ability systems.
freaking money.
We have
It's not even funny because
created
the gaming
new
industry will be
ways
changed forever,
for
and they
NPCs
know
to
that,
interact
and that
with
they'll
our
be coming to
behavior,
them to buy
stations.
their
We
services.
have changed the player economy and interactions and a component
Stephen, brilliant entrepreneur,
gameplay engineering
brilliant.
focus, right? Like there's a lot that goes into where we've come from the learnings of Alpha 1 to what Alpha 2 is. So
All right, a lot of talk about explaining to the community. This is what this stuff is.
Let's move
I didn't even
on.
see there's a whole different section here too.
Oh crap, another
That's right,
section.
the size of this is so large that it moved that around a little bit. Node features, sorry, world bosses, story quests, a lot of that stuff obviously has changed in Alpha 2. So yeah, go ahead, you're good.
All right.
Why is Stephen always
Let's move
coughing?
on to phase 1. I think this is what people really want to know is what's going to be in each of the phases that are coming up. And as we've always said, it's work in progress. We're going to be continuing to move things along, so some things may move to different phases. But this is kind of where we project where these things will land. Especially for phase 1, some of these
Maybe he's
features
got
you will see at the start
drainage or
of
something. Maybe he's
phase
sick or
1,
something.
and some of them you will see as we expand Alpha 1.
Shoot, I'm
phase
getting
1
like
with
deviated septum surgery
Yes,
later this month, or probably next month. Going in for a consultation here soon. I'm tired of having a nasal tone, and I'm tired of my sinuses being all tight and
there's a lot here.
not being able to breathe very well.
On one
Getting that
particular
shit done,
slide,
man.
And I'm going to leave it to content creators to talk a little bit about what is expected in
Ooh.
phase 1. And as Margaret said,
Here we
we're going
go.
through phase 1, we're going through phase 2 and phase 3.
Holy crap.
But keep in mind, again, I'm going to iterate this again because there needs to be a rapport and expectation between us as the developers, you guys as the community, that as we get through testing, these things can absolutely change 100% because it's all about prioritization.
Right.
As we experience stuff, we may move things around in the deliverable structure, and that's okay to do. So,
That's
let's talk
okay
about
to
the
do.
world.
That's right. You tell him, Steven.
We have the western and
You tell him
eastern
what's
Western
up.
plains, right?
That's
We
how
have,
we're developing the
obviously,
game.
our desert and tropic biomes which are going to be
Good for him.
included during Phase 1 to have parts of Sandsquall Desert and the Vandegar Tropics that are available. We saw a little bit of the tropics in
Immediately,
Alpha 1.
no dwarfs.
We
They're
saw
freaking
some of
complaining about the parts they
Alpha 1,
get.
we had like that turquoise sea area that we ran into a little bit as
Be
well.
happy with what you're
But
freaking
this is gonna
getting,
be
community.
the desert that we'll be playing
Seriously.
for the first time. We'll be playing through.
Don't complain about
And
what's
don't worry,
not there
we'll
yet.
have an
It'll get
article
there.
you can
But
click on and you can
that's
see
got to
it
be
and
annoying.
see,
Like,
so
dude,
that will be coming out because I know that a lot of people are
just
like,
let us
"Yeah,
do
yeah, I can
this.
put this, on a
You're
live
just-
stream," but we'll definitely make sure that you guys can see get
your
access to it.
feedback is appreciated,
Yes,
but
absolutely.
some stuff
Is it super small?
you don't need to say.
Yeah, I mean it's
So maybe I should go through them then.
No, I don't think you need to go through them all.
Yeah, you
do
get
have,
some.
like,
You guys are doing
we still
great.
have
Keep
a
it
bunch of
up. There you
questions
go.
to answer,
Okay,
and we
all
have
right.
15 minutes left in our allotted time.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
No, because we have a external playtest. I think we're gonna go
Okay.
over.
All right. So we have. Let me just try to go through a little bit real quick on the world. So we have a bunch of points of interest, right? These range from
Okay.
very large points of interest to medium and small points of interest. Obviously, we have our day and night cycle. We have our 4 seasons. We have the dynamic world populations
Nice.
and dynamic reward tables. Those are super important when it comes to world, right? Because obviously, one of the main focuses of Ashes of Creation is how the world changes according to the actions of the player,
Right.
or according to the actions of the system. And dynamic world populations and reward tables is those monster settings within the playable space changing based off of those world state predicates. So keep
Yeah,
in mind
it's kind of
that
they
that
should have
system
kept it in
being
the
up and
other
running
view.
is a very important part to feeling like the world is different. In addition, we also have a grand dungeon. That is the Tower of
A1
Mum. This
testers
is
want
a
to see all
very
those
large
things
structure.
too.
We had some players within
Oh,
the playtest,
yeah, they
recently
kind of
running
gave
through there talking
us the
about, I
shaft.
can't believe
Like
how big
A1
this
play
place
should
is,
be like
because
shoe-ins
it is
for
a
A2.
large location. We have
Like,
pocket dungeons as well.
You should
Talking a
just
little bit about
automatically be a
at the
shoe-in if
phase
you were
one
A1
level,
or
we
on
have
the list to
5
be an
node
A1 tester.
locations that will be primarily level 3. However, there will be some
These are
systems
people that
will
have been
be turned
following
on
your
that are
game
level
for a
4
long
systems in
time,
order to
bro.
test during phase
Like, you
1.
owe the community to be
Dynamic
loyal
road,
to them,
dynamic road
to
leveling,
reward them
obviously
for that.
This is, we talked a little bit about during the caravan stream. This is providing
You'll
buffs
get
for
more
boosts
hype
and
that
for,
way because you'll
caravans,
attract the
changing
people
the
that talk
advancement
about
of
it
the
more
hallway. I'm gonna go
and
through
have
this
big
stuff real
mouths,
quick. I'm gonna be
and it
fast.
will just
You may hear me talking.
expedite.
I'm sorry if English is not your native language. This might be a little bit quick. 4 service building plots, 5 default buildings, 8 active constructed buildings. Each of those are providing different types of services. We will be probably listing as part of the article some of the names of those specific buildings, so a little bit more expanded information around that. The node currency system is up and running. Citizenship is up and running.
So you'll have to check this
56
video
separate tax
if you
categories
missed the part where I
that the
talked
mayors
about
have
the
the ability
company
to
and just
manipulate
where
and
we're at
customize. We have buy
with
orders,
Vulcan.
we have 25 plus
Feel
player,
free to check out
quantities
this
with
video
24
once
plus,
I have it
mayoral
posted, and
commission types, as well as 36 node
hopefully I'll
resources
answer some
that
of your
all are
questions and
accompanied with tier
where I'm
1
trying to
influence,
take things.
recipes, and have service building expansion voting, which is essentially where citizens
Unless there are
vote to
specific
vote
questions, I'll
on
probably just kind of chill and
service buildings, and I believe there's 22
comment
different,
on the video from here on out.
expansions that are possible within the node proper for those buildings. Now, races. Very important thing about races. We have Vec, Kalar, and Empyrean to start. You might be asking yourself, but we've seen almost all the other races in...
But I think it'll be Vec and Kalar to start, and then Empyrean will be added in phase 1.
Yeah, that might be true. That might be true.
That's true.
So, you might be asking yourself, well, we've seen the races played in
Should
the game.
just say thank
There's
you.
a lot that goes into making a race fully playable.
She's
and
really
that
annoyed.
includes making sure that we have all of the 400
Her body language, like her face is like,
to each one of the races, so that
she's
when you
probably
put
tired of hearing him talk.
Pauldron
Like they're
or,
probably
Curus
really
and
close,
is on
and
a
she can
race
just
that
tell
is
him
not
how
gonna
it is, but she
penetrate the
doesn't
race,
switch
that
that
doesn't
off when
have
they go
some
to
weird,
professional
skin
mode.
weight issues. There's a lot that goes
Like,
into making sure
people can see
all
your
of the
face.
pieces of armor are applicable to a particular.
That'd be some
race.
feedback I
So
have as
keeping
a
that in mind.
viewer, that we can see
Those
both of
races
you
are,
while you're talking about stuff.
are available, but we need to continue the deformation work on that. We have 6 different archetypes, which you guys have seen through the course of our development live update streams. Each of, excuse me, not each. Those archetypes have a combined 130 plus unique abilities, 60 plus unique passives, 22 different status conditions that live across all of those different archetypes. We have 8 unique weapons that each have 30 plus nodes per weapon skill tree. And by the way, this is a lot of detailed information on like what we're going to have in phase 1, 2, and 3. And normally we probably would not take this approach in outlining kind of each of these things. But what we have heard from the community is that you guys want to know this. And so because of that, you might be getting information overload, some of you. But we've gotten a lot of feedback from the community that they want to get this level of detail. So because
And
of
keeping in
that,
mind that phase one, a lot of these features will start at the beginning and some of them will come throughout. Whereas some of the other phases you'll see less content because they're, it'll be just the additional.
We want this
stuff that you
detail,
want.
yes.
So that's why this phase one is very.
We love the
not only
info,
the options that
Steven.
you're seeing in Alpha
That's
or
what
in phase
people
one,
wanna
it's
hear.
also what you start with. So it's like a
Correct.
combination. Yeah.
that's right. So talking a little bit about
What's
PvP,
gonna
there
make
will
the
be
game? What's
flagging,
gonna make
there
it
will be
fun to
corruption
play?
system, there will be guild wars, node wars, and caravan PvP events.
Okay.
You might see a term here you don't understand, and that is lawless zones. We have talked a little bit in the past about a change that we made to the open seas being open areas of player combat. Um, I want to talk a little bit about this before we move forward of what a lawless zone entails. You have the eastern and western Riverlands locations, which is where the 5-node propers will be at the start of phase 1. Flanking on each side of the western and eastern Riverlands will be playable space in the Vandegar Tropics and the Sandsquall Desert.
He gets on
That
tangents like very easily.
a lawless zone applied to it, which means that if you move into those areas, you will automatically be flagged for PvP.
Okay. Automatic
and These
PvP.
areas will have
Boom.
the highest level NPCs to start. And again, the concept behind this testing also is that like you're the first wave of players, you're the first wave of settlers coming through the gates.
So they gotta
right?
have something
And
there.
You're expanding outwardly
Cool.
from the ancient Aelin ruins of the Riverlands location.
Yeah.
And the extension of your governments doesn't reach as far into the unknown of this world that is accessible to you in your travels. So as you move out into these outer regions that are the tropics and the desert,
He drops a lot of
POIs are still being
details.
developed in those locations from a development perspective. So they're just going to contain overland populations and likely a turn-in location for caravans to move to that will reward the highest return for those outward caravan turn-in locations. As players move into those locations, they're going to experience the lawless zone. That means they're going to be flagged for PvP.
Oh crap!
And
Everybody's
they're going
gonna
to be
go
hunting
after
the
him.
highest level monsters in the alpha phases in these outward lawless zones that will drop unique materials that are related to enchantment for weapons. All of the end game kind of loops that will be present during the different alpha phases will exist within these lawless territories.
So they're gonna have
Not all
endgame.
of them,
You have endgame in Alpha
stuff
2.
that's not in the lawless territories, but a lot of them will exist within the lawless territories, and you can drop those on player death. So that's going to be kind of the loop of PvP within those locations as well.
Now he's talking about PvP.
Okay, talking about systems and economy, we're going to have obviously flying ground, water mounts. We're going to have caravans with management for those caravans in the stalls, the cargo for those caravans, and caravan events that we talked about. They can transition into rafts. That's going to be important, especially for the Riverlands, because the Riverlands is consisting of a lot of different rivers per its namesake. We have a mail system that's going to be active. We have player trading that's active. We have level 25 for artisanship professions. That's novice, apprentice, and journeyman certification systems. They will not be accompanied by the skill trees yet for all of the professions, but the professions will be available
Holy crap!
for
Steven Shady.
for level acquisition and the novice, apprentice, and journeyman
Steven M.
We will have 15 unique gathering tools, 33
Oh, I freaking love it, Steven M.
hunting with 30
It's like
start of phase 1, along with over 400 processing recipes, 600 crafting recipes. We will
Let's
have the gear
go.
enchantment system online.
Okay,
currently online.
okay.
We have
I
the
think
party
hunting
and raid
comes
markers.
online in phase one.
Hunting. That's cool.
I think it's at the start,
Is it
but
not?
I will double check
Yeah.
that. I will double check that. I'm pretty sure it's at the start of phase 1.
Bro,
Party
we
raid
can
markers,
read.
We will have chat
Give
systems
me
for Legacy
hunting.
Guild, Party, Citizenship Global.
Give
Item
me hunting.
construction and repair. This is obviously the primary sink for an open economy like ours. Those deconstructions are going to provide unique materials that are necessary in order to craft higher level gear.
Subject to
So
change,
that's something
of
important
course.
to keep in mind. And then we'll have 45 unique caravan components that helped kind of create a compelling caravan system. Somebody in chat is asking what is max level. At the start of Alpha 1 Phase 1, excuse me, Alpha 2 Phase 1, the starting level will be level 25 for
25.
adventuring and level 25 for artisanship professions. On the content side, now this is something to keep in mind. There's a lot of content here, but again, this is from an alpha perspective. So there will be bugs, there will be issues, there will be things that we need to fix and flesh out further. But
And some
at
of
the
these things
start of
will
Alpha,
be in their basic stage. They won't be in their like final, stage with all of the
Absolutely.
bells and whistles.
Yep, we will have 460 plus unique pieces of gear with the Node War Godspike event, 16 unique public events, 149 story-driven quests and commissions with 111 treasure maps. The treasure maps are fun. 3 world bosses with over 44 abilities and behaviors, with 75 unique enemy creatures, with 280 plus unique NPC abilities and behaviors. Keeping in mind, of course, at the start of Alpha 2. Combat is a very important thing that we want to collect feedback on.
You gotta
Not
do
just combat with regards
combat
to the
Final
archetypes
Fantasy
that are
11, dude.
offered, but also the encounter design that players are interacting with.
Combat Final Fantasy 11. Go look at it.
So that you guys can give us
That's your
feedback,
ticket, man.
because archetype design is half
If
that
Final
battle. The
Fantasy
other half
11
of
did
that battle
one
is the
freaking
enemy
thing
facing.
right,
That is
it was in
something that
combat.
Players need
I don't
to
even know how to accentuate that more.
Okay.
If you don't have any Final Fantasy 11 players on your staff, go check out the game personally. Go join Horizon, a Final Fantasy 11 free server. Create a little character. Get in there and just check it out, or go watch some videos.
Yeah, Steven,
YouTube
Steven and I
it.
will stick with you guys.
Um,
We just won't be able to partake in our spot test that we
Yeah,
have
man.
going on today, but
It is all about
the design
they did it
element.
right in that game. They didn't do the UI, they didn't do a lot of things right, but they did the actual gameplay and fighting and combat. Nailed it, man.
We'll parachute in.
We'll parachute in, he
All
says.
right, you ready to move to phase
Okay.
2? 'Cause I see a lot of people.
I got
putting-
about
posting,
15
other
minutes.
features and stuff. We're gonna get to them. Calm down, homies.
Yeah.
Calm down,
Let's
homies.
talk about phase 2.
Okay.
Phase
Oh,
2.
this is gonna have to be a
This is something
two-part
that's
video,
very important to get
because there's no way I'm
hit
getting
this
through all of
as
this.
we
Is
get into phase 2 and
holy
phase 3.
crap. Okay,
I said 30
not gonna
minutes
get through all of
that
it.
The further you look out,
We'll
the
just keep
higher
going.
the chance for change. Right? Okay. So phase 1, we have those things that are testing right now. They are in QA.
And
phase
some of those are
2?
coming online in the phase 1. Yeah.
Right. Phase 2, some of this stuff is still in development. Has not gone through QA. Some of this stuff has not begun development yet
crap.
on some of these things. So
Okay,
as we talk about what's
you're
going
doing the
to be
QA.
introduced for phase 2,
We want to see what you find.
hear me when I
Very
say
smart.
this. Content creators, help me hammer this home.
Right?
Things can absolutely change.
Things change in Agile all the time.
That means that you're going to see features and content here, and it is possible that it gets bumped to
Yeah.
phase 3.
Right.
So remember that. Okay, let's talk about zone
They
expansion.
gotta prioritize,
We're going to
yeah.
expand into the
course.
Sandsquall Desert. We're going to expand into the Vandegar Tropics. And what this means is
They're gonna focus
POI
on the small
development
stuff they can
is going
fix and
to
plug while they have the QA there.
land during
They're gonna be
phase 2
hot
for those
fixing like
spaces.
crazy.
We are going to have dungeons come online in those spaces for the phase 2. We're going to have nodes come online potentially.
What? Okay,
in those
what is
spaces
POG?
in,
I'm just gonna ask now. I have no
two
idea.
unique
I'm
road
embarrassed to even
node
ask. But
layouts
what is
with,
freaking
4
POG?
levels, node sieging potentially,
People are like,
vassalship, and node
say
deaths.
something
The
POG.
Additional mayoral commissions.
I don't know
Well,
the story
what's so
behind that.
important?
Can
We've
somebody
not
tell me?
talked about it in a long time, but these are node objectives essentially, right? That the citizens communally are
POG.
responsible to
I need to
achieve and bring
Google it,
back
I
to the
guess.
node, and they grant benefits.
Like,
Freeholds
what the freak?
will be coming online. Additional service buildings and economic election type. We're going to be adding the Veilun and the Junior races. We'll be getting the Rogue with 20 abilities, 10 passive, 30 skill nodes total between them. And additionally, we'll be getting four weapons. The dual-wield daggers, the scepters, two-handed maces, and
Yeah. Dual wield. Bring
those
it.
Weapons obviously
Yeah.
come with
Dual
skills
wield
as
was the
well.
best in Final Fantasy 11, dude. Thief, Ninja, check them out in particular for dual wield, man.
Tempering, this is how you improve the,
I'm just saying.
the item stats
Dragoon
gems and
for
sockets,
spears.
by adding additional waterfall type behaviors to those items.
Pog,
Gear ascension,
like
repair
petting.
kits, artisanship skill trees. We talked
Pog is
about
petting a cat.
the artisanship level being up to level 25 for phase 1. In phase 2, they're going to have some level of accompanying skill trees in order
I
for
don't get it.
players to test. We saw a little bit about that in the artisanship preview stream a while ago. Animal husbandry, breeding, party gathering, and player shops. Leaderboards.
You're like
These are some
petting
of the
them. What you're saying is a
additional systems
petting
that phase
comment.
2 will contain. On the
Spell it
content
out for me,
side,
bro.
We're going to start seeing the story arcs come alive. Now we've seen story arcs in the past as part of our
Hey,
development
Al's got
phase.
13
That
people
was
on. Good
standing
for
up the
him.
functional system. Right now, some of the story arcs are in a testable state,
Okay.
but we do not believe that they will be prioritized to a playable state until phase 2. So keeping that in mind, story arcs are obviously multi-day long kind of public campaigns that exist within certain spaces of the world and
Okay.
have certain player agency over those as well. Dynamic world dungeons. We talked a little bit about dynamic population spawners. We talked about dynamic reward tables. The dynamic world dungeons are going to be kind of the spaces that become available within
Ooh,
those dungeons
tables.
based off of certain world state predicates.
He's
right?
talking
That's
techie
another
now.
important
I
thing to
like
keep in
it.
mind. And NPC ambient behaviors, right? If I'm spawning a bunch of undead creatures,
So a
like we
loot
saw in
table
Bard
is
last
like
stream,
what drops the
within a farm,
percentage of
we
opportunity
want
it will
those
drop,
undead
that sort of
creatures
thing.
to do farming things, to rake leaves and dig ditches and do whatever farmers do. Farmers do, I'm not a farmer, but they we need to have those ambient behaviors available for NPCs, and that's going to be landing sometime.
I'm not a farmer.
As always, development is a moving train and subject to change.
I'm going to reiterate this also because it seems like there is a little bit of confusion in watching all the channels. Is again that what we're showing in phase 1. What we're
Please
showing in
reduce the
phase 2
talking
are not
time.
things that will necessarily be at the start of each of these phases. There will be some of them that will be coming online at the start of them, but these are things that you can expect within those phases during. So, like we said, we have
Hold
those
on,
2
I'm
to
so
play in
confused. Is
3
this
6 week
subject to
phases.
change?
That's when
Oh,
the
nice
6 week cadence
sarcasm.
is when you're going to see those big updates. And 3 weeks is when you're going to see those bug fixes and things of that sort. And you may see little updates here and there with some of the smaller features. But just keeping that in mind.
Lasagna
Phase
is
1,
tops.
that's what you
Dude,
can
I want
see
some
in phase
lasagna
1.
right now.
As we go through phase 1,
That sounds
all the stuff on
delicious.
phase 2 is what you can expect
Freaking
as we
lasagna.
go into
All
phase
right.
2. It doesn't mean that it's going to be at the start of each of the phases.
Think about it like this.
Crowd control.
Before we leave that phase, our
You guys
goal,
want us to do
by
it
goal,
this
I
way,
mean
I
it might
promise.
change,
Like if you want a
is to
quality
have
game,
these things
we have to
in
do
that
these
phase.
things. Right.
So before the end of the phase, our goal, and by goal we mean they might change, is to have these things in the phase. Let's say it together. Before, no.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that's important. Important to keep in mind. Very good point. Thank you, Margaret. That was good.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate because I think there's a little bit of confusion on that. Internally,
Let's say it together.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Gains all day.
The final
I am
phase.
ready.
What about the mobile version of the game?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
He's feeling good, man.
Phase
All right.
He's feeling good right now. It's the final countdown.
So-
Really?
Altitude, phase 3, features and content. We're going to be adding 2 additional zones, the Turquoise Sea and the Anvils. Now again, keep in mind, phase 3 runs wild. So what we're talking about here with regards to these additional features and content
Come
what
on,
you
bro.
can expect within the first few months of phase 3, right? So there's going to be a lot that's going to be in technically phase 3 before it ends. These are some of the things that are going to be within the first few months of phase 3 beginning. So a little bit of a different one for phase 3. The Turquoise Sea, the Anvils. I don't think we've talked about those locations in the past, actually. I know some of the Turquoise Sea was a part of the design
Yeah,
for
but
Alpha
Anvil
1.
we have not, which is more of a mountain area.
That's right. As you
Oh.
can expect.
Yeah.
Anvil.
Dwarves, you know.
That's right.
Cool.
We're going to have 4 new unique load layouts, 5 levels of military and divine election types, attribute events, policies, note happiness, additional mayor commissions, and
Nice.
additional service buildings.
Dude, you build up your freaking.
races, the Pyre, the
You build
Renkai,
up
the
your own
Nakua,
city.
the Pelnar, and then finally the Summoner archetype will be introduced, and we will have
Ooh.
some elements of the secondary archetype specialization within the Cleric and Tank, These are going to be examples of how augments work. It is not going to be fully fleshed out, but it is going to be some examples as we begin to move forward there.
Auction
Additional weapons,
house.
the orb, one-handed axe,
Please
one-handed
do the
sword,
auction house correctly.
and obviously from a systems
It's not
perspective,
like a
we will
lame
have
Final
really
Fantasy
functional guilds. Now,
14
when you
auction
think about
house.
what's gonna be
Do like a
guild
real
available
auction
in
house
Phase 1, these are going to be the
that you
abilities
like
to
walk
stand
up to.
guilds. It's going to be the ability to invite players to the guilds, to kick players from the guild, to participate in certain guild content and quests. But when we talk about gaining guild skill points and investing those into certain passives abilities and having guild levels, that's not going to be available until Phase 3. In addition, we may be expanding the freehold system now for guild freeholds, and castle sieges will be coming online. We will have some
I can
elements
tell
of
when
the
my
naval,
Apollo turns off, man.
systems available.
If you've
They're
not
not gonna
checked out an
work
Apollo,
with
do some
that.
research on it. Apollo,
And we will have
it's a
aquatic
freaking
members
wearable,
will- I think aquatic
and it puts
members
vibrations on your
will-
skin.
will
Thing is freaking
play.
pricey, but it's
Underwater
like worth
combat,
it. Like I'm addicted to mine.
instance
I use
content,
it all the freaking time.
the dying
Apologies.
When I
Beast
notice that
system,
it's off or I feel like miscentered and stuff, I put it on, and boom, I want to be focused. I want to recover. I want calm. I want sleep. I actually bought it for the sleep aspect of it, but I used it like all day long for other stuff.
religions
So,
and auction
yeah.
houses, right? Auction houses are obviously a big one from a
What?
economy perspective,
Religions?
that's going to come online very soon.
Really? Holy crap. They're putting
Treasure
religions
maps
in
for the
it?
Turquoise Sea and
Okay.
for the anvils are going to be online as well from a content perspective.
This can be like a
We're
completely
going to have,
in-world,
dynamic world dungeons again,
real-world
that will be
game.
introduced, and unique story arcs added. As always, development is moving and subject to change. So these
Is it
are
subject to
our
change?
goals
I don't
for
know.
phases
I'm not sure.
1, 2, and 3. And again, these goals can change. We will be talking with you as we go through playing these periods, these phases.
How far in are we? Oh my gosh.
Our development updates will start to change their focus, and will be
I think I'm going to
Friday,
kind of
Friday.
see what
That
else
is when
comes
that
here.
is going to take place.
So,
And
alpha,
actually-
first wave,
Each of these
second.
will
Okay.
systems versus as we get later.
So that is a very important thing to keep in mind. I know that there are new MMOs today. I think about what MMOs are playable, what MMOs can we play, and how is monetization screwing the design.
Our goal is
and
only
pay to
cosmetic
win
stuff.
is always that.
If you see stuff that are on our purchases, it's mostly cosmetic things. We try our best to keep it that way.
No freaking pay to win.
Absolutely.
Well,
Let's
and
do this
keep-
AMA.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay,
Our
AMA.
first question here is from Araga, and they want to know about debug tools. Is the
Oh.
team planning to make a debug tool?
Like I
so
put my
that the
Apollo
team
on
can
energy
access
mode.
and
This freaking
identify
thing
and share
is like
critical
going
information
nuts
regarding
right now.
bugs, like XYZ coordinates, nodes, server
And
paths,
it's working.
Absolutely.
It's like a cup of
Currently, we
coffee.
do have some debug tools in place.
Remind me, I
for,
turned my coffee
users.
back on and didn't get another cup. Damn it.
Well, we have our XYZ coordinate system in
I only
place
drank like
that,
one cup out of
allows
the whole
users to
freaking
activate the
container
page
this
down
morning.
right now. You don't need to be a fluffy bunny to do that.
Fluffy bunny.
We will have other A2 debug tools that will be in place by phase 1. I know that's currently planned.
Fluffy
/bug
bunny.
in the game, it will actually give us some of that information too automatically on our end. So
Absolutely.
any of the information that we need to know in regards to like the location
Yep.
of where your bug is happening, that will be provided in there.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then in addition, yes, we will have other features that will be available for debug commands that players will have access to that might spit
Nice.
out their log to us immediately. Right now we have a reader on the log for the travel to world screen from the character creator or from the character stable that gives you information around your connection state. There will be a number of different debug tools that we'll have available.
Right.
And those will come online at different times during phase 1, 2, and 3.
Our next question here is from Rain Doan, who wants to know about population over time.
Right.
What is the expected maximum amount of players that will be able to be in-game across all realms at the start of Alpha 2, and how do you expect that to change over time?
Yeah, so right now when we think about the maximum number
That's a good
of
question.
players, so obviously
Really
we
good
have
question.
CCU, which is concurrent users per realm. We have
Right.
CCU across a region or cluster. and then we have our expected daily active users and monthly active
But what if
users.
everybody goes to
that
the
we're
same
hoping
region
for.
and breaks your shit?
We have
Like
over
right off the
100,000
bat.
people that will be at the start of
That's
Alpha
when you
2.
bring in the server
We
meshing
talked
and
a little bit
branch out.
earlier about having 3,000
Gotcha.
CCU, so any given time on a per realm basis to start. Our goal is to grow that as the design play space expands, as that moves forward from phase 1 to 2 and 3. Eventually, that 3K CCU will grow to 5K to 6K to 8K until it lands somewhere between 8 to 10,000
Okay.
per realm.
8 to 10,000 per
When we talk
holy
about
crap.
scalability for deploying multiple realms
That
at a
is
time,
some freaking
our
server
solution
traffic,
right
bro.
now, we feel pretty confident in
Wow.
that being able to stand up multiple realms as is necessary to facilitate a high concurrency of potentially multiple hundreds of thousands of users come Alpha 2.
Nice.
Right. And our next one is about testing expectations from Blip. Do you want the testers to play the game as they normally would and find bugs that way, or will you have specific
For system.
testings for our systems and features, like we're testing specific things? Or are we allowed to find weaknesses like exploits and hacks, reversing the client, and so forth? Spicy one.
That is a spicy one.
We definitely want players and testers to play the game as normally and find bugs. But at the same time, if players come across weaknesses or exploits or hacks, we want players to report that to us immediately. Now, there's a fine line between finding a exploit
And
or a hack
revealing
or some
it.
issue and utilizing that to a benefit or an advantage as opposed to reporting that to us. There will be
Yeah, well said.
a firm hand when it comes with dealing with people who are bad actors in the game. And just to speak to this,
Yeah.
we talked a little bit
Let's
about
hear it, brother.
Representing gamers as a community. There are those of you out there who are very technically savvy, who are capable of putting to use your knowledge for good or for bad. And what I would ask of you is that if you care about the MMORPG genre, if you care about the hard work and persistence of hundreds of people that are working on this project, that you would use your powers for good, my friend. And that means that as you find these things, you report them to us, and we will reward you bountifully with people who come to us and are open about how they find issues with the game. And that I think is a good relationship between
Very
the
smart.
developer and the players. But don't use it for bad. Don't take advantage of it. Don't cause problems with it.
And when there's
Right.
big issue, like big exploitations or things like that, making sure that you kind of like message them privately to one of our community managers or through our CS or through
Instead
our
of telling
admin
people
tools,
about it.
rather than like posting it in the forums and be like, hey everybody, look at how you can exploit this thing, right? Because we will be looking at logs, we will be looking at data, we can see who's doing the bad things, and we will take action on those accounts. And we don't want to have to do that, right? We don't want to have to
Yeah.
ban you from playing in the future or suspend you for a certain period of time. Like that is not our goal in the long run. We really want to
Right.
work together with you guys to find those things.
Yeah. That's cool.
All right, ready
That's
for the
cool.
next one?
Well said.
Ready.
This is the spiciest one. I think we've talked about it a bit though.
All right, I got about
This is
5
from Jared,
minutes.
and they want to know about.
I'm gonna cut it off after this. Date
Writing a lot
expectations.
of
Here we
dates here.
go.
How do you intend to comply with the dates that you present with this roadmap when it's been a challenge in the past for Intrepid?
Sure. So I'm going to answer this in two parts. The first part is how do we intend to comply? I don't know that comply is the right word. I think that I would rephrase this in how do you intend to hit your goals for the dates that you present? Because that's a little bit more representative of the context that we're trying to provide these dates within. These are dates that are goals. Okay, and so what that means is we're going to try to accomplish them with the way that we've been accomplishing our product development thus far, which is through a robust project management style that's accompanied through
They don't owe us a
hardworking,
timeline.
experienced, and knowledgeable production team
We
that
do
we
not
actually
comply.
volunteer
How
in,
do you intend to
MMO
comply?
developers who
Answer:
have
we do
made
not
these games
comply.
over the course of their careers
All
of
right.
25
I'm probably
plus
gonna wrap
years
it
for
up
many
here.
of them.
Thank you guys. This has
And
been
we're
fun.
going to execute in a fashion
My
that
kids are gonna be here
involves the
soon,
use
so I'm
of
gonna
the
spend some time
feedback
with them.
systems that we've created
This
with
has
our
been
community.
cool.
That
It's
is
good to
how
be
we
back,
intend to deliver
and I
our
appreciate you guys tuning in.
now, the
And
second part of this
hopefully,
question,
the right
which
people
is
watch this video.
basically, it has been a challenging
You know where to
task
find
for
me.
Intrepid.
All right.
This is a
Vulcan's
difficult
Hammer.
task
Let's go.